A conventional deadlift is a huge compound movement. Okay, make sure that you understand how to keep a neutral spine before you're going to start deadlifting. This is an exercise that a lot of people hurt themselves on because they just don't understand how to keep a neutral spine. So you got your barbell here. You're going to be working your upper back, your mid back, your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your forearms, your core up here. So you're basically working your whole body in this exercise. My opinion, probably the best exercise that there is, but once again, you need to understand the proper mechanics and how to keep yourself safe before you're willing to do any sort of deadlifting at all, especially conventional. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up. I want to step up to this bar. Okay, you want to stand as close to this bar as possible. If you let the weight get out in front of you, then you're just going to be wasting energy. There's no reason to let that weight get out in front of you. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to start by sitting back. Okay, you start not by bending the knees, but start by sitting back. So I sit back. I'm going to grab that bar from here. Keep that neutral spine. Notice how I have a neutral spine. So my chest is up. I'm squeezing my upper back. You want to keep that upper back tight. You want to also squeeze your lats, and that's going to keep your core and your lumbar spine in a good position. So what I'm doing is about neutral, right, hip width apart. From there I start by sitting back, and I make sure I have that neutral spine here, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and lift this straight up. Now on my way back down, I want to start by sitting back, okay? So start by sitting back, and then from here, I'm going to go ahead and squat a little bit. Drop it down, pull it right back up. So start by sitting back, a little bit of a squat, come back up. Now when you squat on that bottom portion, you always want to have your hips above your knees, okay? So this isn't like a barbell squat. It's not like a squat we're deadlifting here. So you always want to have your hips above your knees. So when you go down to grab that bar, you don't want to grab it from here. That's in a bad position, okay? So you want to sit back and you want to grab it more from here. So I have that little bit of an angle going on. I'll show you this exercise from the side. So I'm going to step up to that bar, okay? Now remember, be as close as you can to that bar. Now start by sitting back, not by bending your knees. So I sit back, I keep my chest up, I'm squeezing my upper back, squeezing down those lats as well, that way it maintains a neutral spine. From there, I go ahead and push up through my heels and stand directly up. Start by sitting back, so I want to start by sitting back, there it is, and then squat a little bit. Tap my weights on the ground and come right back up into it. Okay, upper back tight, chest up, sit back, tap it, come back up. Okay, awesome exercise, but once again, you have to know what you're doing, okay? Understand how to keep a neutral spine, understand what you're looking for. Once again, a lot of people hurt themselves on this, but it is such a good exercise that if you know what you're doing, throw it in there, keep getting stronger. You're going to build a lot of muscle and or burn a lot of fat.